I want to talk a bit about Everton with you, Craig Burley. And Frank Lampard, I'm sure, had an idea of the task in hand when he took over. Does he now have a clear idea following a poor and disappointing display and result for his team at Newcastle?
Well, I think he might have a clearer idea about one or two within his squad. Transfer window obviously is shut. The door is slammed. So the bits of business that he was able to do, particularly Van de Beek and Dele Alli, are done. So it's those two and the rest. And I'm going to throw our colleague's name in, Don Hutchison, who was across this defeat at Newcastle. He was watching this when I was watching Manchester United. He said on last night's show, it was awful. It was just nothing. And that's a worry. That's a worry because, you know, I was looking earlier, I think Richarlison's top scorer with 4. He's inconsistent. There's not many goals elsewhere, obviously. Dele Alli, goal scoring midfielder of yesteryear, not currently. Donny van de Beek, a talented player. So you're worrying about goals. And defensively, they look terrible as well. I mean, really awful. So it's a huge concern. And you know, a month ago or 6 weeks ago, Mark, if you'd have said to me, Everton relegation, I've been no, can't see it. And a month, 6 weeks later, they're right in the middle of it, and they're a mess. So they've been dragged in, and they should have just about good enough players to get out when you see some of the other draws. But there's no guarantees, and it's a concerning time at Goodison.
One of the phrases that's mentioned quite a lot about teams like Everton when they find themselves in positions like this, oh, they're too good to go down. Well, for a start, we've seen in the past, no one is too good to go down. How big a concern would you have that they're not used to a relegation fight or scrap? Because that's what they're in. And a lot of the teams around them know what to do to have a chance of getting out. Is that a concern for Everton?
Yeah, I remember my time at Derby County under Jim Smith, the late, great Jim Smith. I would go the other way. We were too bad to stay up. I'm serious. I went there in December 1999. We were second bottom of the table. We didn't have a great squad, but we managed to get enough senior players around us and some youngsters, and we managed to get people to roll their sleeves up. And we managed to have a fight and a scrap, and we stayed up by the skin of our teeth. We did that for a couple of years. It's whether they are prepared to muck in and have the realization that when you look at the fixtures every week, who's coming up away at Liverpool, away at Man United, or Man City are coming to Goodison, that you're not in the middle of the table, that you can't just play and go home and forget about it, that the table says if you lose this game today, you could be in the bottom 3. And that's hard to stomach. And that just adds to the pressure, because then you start looking at your fixtures. When you're not getting any wins, and I've had this experience, you start looking ahead. Who have we got coming up? Oh, bloody hell, Arsenal. Oh, no, Chelsea away. And it just becomes a mental battle as well as a physical battle. And Everton are in that. And Frank Lampard, Mark, is going to find out, if he keeps them up this season, he's going to find out more about this squad in terms of what he needs to change than he would do if they were sitting in the middle of the table. Because he's going to see who can take the pressure. He's going to see who can turn up when they're playing a Norwich or a Burnley or you know, any of those teams around them, Watford, Leeds, all these so-called 6-pointers. He's going to find out a lot about these players, whether they're there for the money only or whether they're prepared to fight for the club.
Well, the players have certainly got to stand up, and they've got to battle. Despite how much skill you've got to have the heart to get out of there. Do you think Frank Lampard was the right choice for the predicament that Everton find themselves in?
Well, do you know, bearing in mind they were in free fall under one of the most experienced managers in Europe, whether you're a fan of Benitez or not, doesn't really matter. He is, and he's been a successful manager. Bearing in mind they've sacked so many managers, bearing in mind Ancelotti came in, didn't make a big impact, it's telling you it's about recruitment. And I don't know if Frank Lampard's the right man for the job, but I was on record recently saying who is the right man for Everton? Who is the right person for Everton? It's a head scratcher. And so there's a bigger picture here. The bigger picture is coaching, recruitment, attitude, performance. And they've had none of it really. So it's a difficult one. And, you know, Frank's going to sink or swim by taking this job. And that's up to him. But he's in for a real fight, trust me. And we're going to find out a lot about them. But whatever happens, if they do survive, I think we'll see a lot of changes at Everton in the summer. And there's too much deadwood there. The recruitment has been horrendous, and they need to sort that out.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.